Some of you may have already seen the product in May at Intersolar in Munich when it was first introduced. In the meantime, it is October. All compatibilities with our inverter partners have been completed. The software has been finalized and the first file tests were successful. Moreover, the first delivery quantities have already arrived. Now, the distribution of Razerflex can start, and I would like to introduce the system to you. The product Razerflex is a stationary high-voltage storage system for residential applications. The product was developed in a modular design, so you can install the individual modules one after the other, which makes the installation much more convenient. And you can scale the capacity of the storage as you wish. The system consists of two main components: the BPU, the battery protection unit, responsible for communication to the modules, and the battery modules. The first module you can see in the picture is a BPU. You can always recognize it by the silver front with black bezel, and behind it are the battery modules. Razerflex can be operated in three different capacities. One in a capacity of 8.6, 12.9 and 17.2 kW per hour. Each battery module has a capacity of 4.6 kW per hour. The charging and discharging power of the system varies according to the level of expansion you have chosen, between 4.3, 6.5 and 8.5 kW per hour, and at the peak power of 11 kW per hour for a few seconds. The system has of course a digital interface to our Resume Monitor app, through which the device can be managed and commissioned. Furthermore, we offer for this product a very special promise to the longevity of the storage and guarantee a capacity of 70% after 10 years. A very special feature of Razerflex that makes the system so versatile is the two ways of installation. Because first, you can choose to mount the system on the wall and install it side by side, on top of each other or diagonally to each other, or secondly, you can place it on the floor. I will show you how this works in detail in a moment. Each battery module weighs 48.9 kilograms and the BPU weighs 16.5 kilograms. You can install the modules on the wall as shown below on the left. There are up to 20 different shapes, or you can place modules on the floor and then one behind the other. This is how it looks in the different expansion stages or capacities. The smallest system you can choose has a capacity of 8.6 kW per hour and consists of a control unit and two battery modules. The installation methods are possible for all expansion stages, both as wall mounting or floor mounting. The medium system has a capacity of 12.9 kW per hour and consists of a control unit and three modules. And the largest system has a capacity of 17.2 kW per hour and consists of one control unit and four modules. In case you need more capacity for your domestic energy needs, you can also run two systems in a parallel with a capacity of 34.4 kW per hour. The only important thing is that the number of modules is the same for both systems. Regarding expandability, if you are initially choosing the smallest system, but then over time you have a higher energy demand, for example, by purchasing an electric vehicle, you have the option to expand the system by buying more battery modules. One question we get in this regard is, in what period of time does an expansion make sense? Personally, I consider an expansion to make sense within the first 2 to 3 years, if the energy demand increases. Here is a brief overview of Razerflex performance metrics. Firstly, they have a capacity of 8.6 to 17.2 kW per hour, depending on how many modules you choose. Secondly, the charging and discharging power is 4.3 to 8.5 kW, with a peak power of 11 kW for a few seconds. Moreover, the overall efficiency of the system is higher than 95%, which means that the self-consumption of the BPU as a control unit is quite economical. The dimensions are 66.5 times 66.5 centimeters with an impressive depth of 14.5 centimeters. This means that when you mount the system on the wall, it can be very shallow. Each battery module weighs 48.9 kg and the control unit weighs 16.5 kg. Installation forms are wall mounting or floor standing. The system can be scaled from a minimum of 2 up to 4 battery modules. The working range of the storage unit is between -10 and 15 degrees, and the system has an IP55 protection class. This means that you can install the product both indoors and outdoors. So, if you are to install the tank near the Alps or somewhere in the southern Spain, it is possible that the temperature of the defined working range will be exceeded. In the event that the storage tank is then exposed to temperatures of -11 degrees or above 50 degrees, the system would switch to sleep mode. In this case, you, as an installer, would then have to go to the customer's side and turn the battery back on once the temperature range is between -10 and 50 degrees. Some of you have asked in what temperature range is the optimal working temperature for a home storage tank. To simplify it for you, just remember that people in battery cells can feel comfortable in a similar temperature range, it being of 20 degrees. So, this will be the ideal temperature. The product is compatible with Coastal, Fronius, GoodWe, and SMA. Moreover, you can download our compatibility list at any time on our blog website in the download section, which products are compatible in detail and which software version you need. This I'll show you again on the next slide. Depending on whether you want to install single-phase devices or three-phase devices, we have a suitable solution for you. From the left side, we have our Razerflex, and on the right side, we have our Razer Prime, with the corresponding performance figures and compatibilities. One of the differences of the two products is also that we use two different cells. Both of the products are equipped with NMC cells, which are appreciated for their high energy density. Here, I will show you how the pouch cells look like and also the size differences. For Razerflex, we have developed a brand new and much smaller and flatter cell. If you are interested in the technology itself, we have written a very detailed blog post that you can read, and if you have any questions, we will be happy to answer them personally. You can find our contact details at the end of the presentation and on the blog website. Now, let's get back to the topic of compatibility. I had planned to present all products in detail again, so I'll show you the current list of all compatible inverters here. You can currently operate the device with the Plentycore Plus from Coastal, the ET series from GoodWe, the Gen 24 from Fronius, and the Sunny Boy Storage and Sunny Tri-Power from SMA. It is possible that more products will be added over time, so it is worth looking at our compatibility list once every 2 to 3 months.